Hey, what's up, YouTube? There's been one day. There's been one day since we've streamed, and it's Cinco de Mayo. Welcome to the latest episode, episode 6 of StreetLevel.Live. Today we're streaming in from a strange land out into the landscape of YouTube. And we are looking for little fishes who would like to know more about what's going on in their lives. So, let's pop up the screen. We got Astro-Tarot for spiritual growth. We're offering complimentary 3-card readings. Any donation amount receives a full 10-card reading. If you type !join, you can join the reading queue, but that may not be true because my robot does not seem to like me very much. And this is we're going on day 2 of the robot not being my friend. So let's do !join and see what's happening. Yep, nothing from the robot. Alright, well anyway, thanks a lot, robot. I pushed all the buttons. It says he's on. It's like he doesn't like me. I've added him as a moderator. I pushed the... Oh, maybe I have to turn him off and on? Come on, robot dude. In such little time, what will I do to realize? It is Cinco de Mayo, and I am drinking watered-down coffee on a Tuesday night. And I guess it doesn't really matter if you don't have a job or the virus land is keeping you in this whole new realm of whatever is possible. You can do whatever you want. You can drink coffee in the middle of the night. You can sleep twice a day. You can do what the hell you want. Now, I turned robot back on. Try it one more time. Oops, sign into chat. Ooh. I see. Oh, I see. I can chat directly through this web streaming interface. Join. Yeah, I think this robot's revolting. Well, anyway, it's been nice, robot. I guess I don't know. This streaming stuff's out of control. So I guess we could take out the type join to join the reading queue. We'll do that while we wait for some viewers. I hope everyone's having a good time out there. Let's see. Let's go. And I think, if I'm not wrong here, I go... No, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, the robot's revolting. It's all good. Hello! Thanks for joining us. We are just kicking off our Astro-Tarot readings for the evening. We're getting a little crunk because it is Cinco de Mayo. Got the music pumping. Got my do-rag on. And we're ready to do some readings. We had a really great session day before yesterday. A bunch of people in, and it gets busy, so if you want a reading, get it while you can. Get it while it's hot. Get it while it's early. All you gotta do is ask a question, and I use the magic cards to answer. And these are the magic cards here. I do a complimentary 3-card reading. Any donation amount, and that includes any donation amount, will get you a 10-card reading. And priority in the queue. So keep that in mind. Just hanging out on a Tuesday night. People get bored. People want to do things. People want to hang out. Why not hang out doing something wholesome and fun like a tarot card reading? We do astrology talk, chit chat also. Give me your sign, your sun sign, rising sign, whatevs. And I have information on compatibilities and relationships, things of that sort. You know what? You'd think this tiniest little thing wouldn't show up, but it does. Check out StreetLevel.Live is the new domain I just associated with my account. You can also go to street-level.net. But StreetLevel.Live is what I'm using now for all my live broadcasts. Came up with a little new logo. What do you guys think of the logo? Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's kind of like high fashion meets CNN. If you don't know how to have fun, this probably isn't the place for you. We just like to chill out, have a good time, talk about what's going on. 9 times out of 10, that is love readings. People really want to talk about the love in their lives. Yes. Is he going to call me back? Who's next? Am I ever going to find my soulmate? Is Carl my soulmate? That kind of stuff. Anyway, welcome to the stream. We're just getting kicked off here. Warming up. We're going to be doing some tarot readings this evening. I do offer a complimentary 3-card reading. We'll get some good general information about a question that you might have. Maybe it's love. Maybe it's family. Maybe you're just feeling like you need some questions answered. Anyway, chime in anytime if you guys want a reading. And let's do the... I don't think I can do the... Do I do the tarot split? There's the tarot split. There we go. And we'll just span these out. Who wants a card? Who wants a card? Come get a card. Look at that. Now that's a good presentation, if you ask me. Yeah, if you want to read and just ask a question. I don't bite. A couple days ago, we had a great crew in here. We had about backlog of about 5 readings, 5-6 readings. It was actually a little more than I could handle for a while. It was nice. It's nice to have that connection. Cinco de Mayo. Who wouldn't want to know something on Cinco de Mayo, right? Anyway, I hope everyone's doing good. I'm doing good. I play all my own music on my channel. And it helps me from getting marks for copywriting issues because nobody knows who the hell I am. But anyway, this is all original music that I have produced myself, and it's kind of fun to have in the background. I think people kind of expect me to be more like some traditional fortune teller or something, but it's what I do. I was raised by hippies. I revolted, got into hardcore music, and then realized that tarot and astrology was really cool and that I was good at it. Yep. Anybody got any love readings? Love questions? Can answer those too. Nice connecting with people. Got a couple people that come back a few times. A couple friends. All you gotta do is ask. But live stream. I'm gonna take my live stream. I'm gonna flip the script onto. Let's do an announcement on our Facebook page also. Ideas that make you feel good. Livestream Astro-Tarot readings. Oh. All right. Complacency of you and me. All right, that's posted to Facebook. Now, let's hit up some friends. I try not to tell too many people that I do tarot. I try to keep it kind of private, you know? Just me and the world. Well, I just sent a link, and it's an empty page with no cards on it. Well, I guess that's what it is. Anyway, if anybody would like a reading, just simply ask, and I will be more than happy to give you a 3-card reading. Hey, if you come on early, maybe I'll give you a full reading. Maybe I'll give you a full 10-card Celtic Cross reading for coming in early. And let's get back over to YouTube. We're live. So, I mean, I'm assuming some people are working, but I would imagine a lot of people are up chilling out, combing the tube, checking things out. Who wants to get their cards read? Oh, this coffee's doing the job. I don't know about you guys, but I like watered down black coffee late at night. Anyway, what I did last time before the crowds of viewers came in is we talked a little bit of astrology, a little bit tarot. Turn my volume down here just a little bit. And how's the music balance? Is the music too loud, or is it working with the voice? Turn up the voice a little bit. Let's go through, let's do a little studying here. Now, one thing I did find interesting is we're talking about numbers, a little bit of numerology here. So let's see if I can find it again. It was very helpful. Whether it's numerology or whether it's astrology or anything that we're working on, the symbology of numbers is nice to be aware of. And I think it was when we got to the minor arcana that they were talking about this. Let's see here. Suit of Cups. Let's go through the suits. Hey, welcome. If anybody would like a reading, I'm just doing a little bit of tarot reading about tarot in the minor arcana right now. If anybody wants a reading, just hit me up with a question. I do 3-card readings. Any donation amount will get you a full 10-card Celtic Cross reading. It's a pretty good deal if you ask me. Shit's going for like $30 on Etsy, and I'm way better. Yeah. The minor arcana suits. There are 4 different tarot suits within the minor arcana. The suit of cups represents your feelings, emotions, intuition, and creativity. The cups cards often appear in tarot readings about relationships and your emotional connection to yourself and others. So anytime you see cups in a tarot reading, that is about your emotional nature, your emotional connection, and an emotional offers to either from you or to you. The suit of pentacles represents your finances, work, and material possessions. The pentacles card often appear in tarot readings about career and financial wealth. You get pentacles coming up. Pentacles are all about resources. It can be financial resources, it can be work, it can be loans, that kind of stuff, but it can also be your actual inner resources or the resources of others. And it's good to be in touch with our resources. Anybody want a reading, just hit me up with a question. Throw in your sun sign in astrology so I can tie it into the current astrological influences. And then if you have a relationship question, if you know both your sign and their sign, then I can look up compatibility and all that kind of stuff too. And ourselves and everybody else. Yeah, this song's fun, but it's kind of serious. I'm serious. Anyway, back to the minor arcana suits. We talked about the suit of cups, which is emotional connections. The suit of pentacles, which is your resources or other people's resources. And now we're going to talk about the suit of swords. The suit of swords represents your thoughts. It's the mind, right? The sword cuts both ways, right? It's the mind. The suit of swords represents your thoughts, words, and actions. The swords cards often appear in tarot readings about communicating your ideas, making decisions, and asserting your power. So anything to do with the mind and communications, that is the sword. We have to learn how to delineate and make good decisions and be able to kind of rein our minds in. So swords communicate to us about mind-focused things. Suit of Wands. The suit of Wands represents your energy, your motivation, and your passion. The Wands cards often appear in tarot readings about life purpose, spirituality, and new ideas. So it's kind of like the vital life force coming up from the earth, right? It's like the wand, you know, this primal, I mean, yeah, it's kind of what it sounds like, I guess. Each suit in the minor arcana contains 10 numbered cards, ace to 10, ace being 1. The numbers relate to basic numerology. So this is what I was talking about basic numerologies. So aces associated with 1, and then each card is numbered 2 to 10. Here are the meanings for each numbers. So aces, which represent 1, are new beginnings, opportunity, and potential. So it's the beginning of something, right? 1, the beginning, right? Opportunities, potential, undeveloped potential, 1. So it applies to numerology, astrology, all of it. Tarot. The number 2 is balance, right? You got 1 on one side, 1 on the other. Partnership, right? 2 people coming together to work together, right? And duality. So the poles of the single nature of something. So instead of seeing things as separate, we see things as different degrees of the same nature, right? And then we don't have such a fragmented reality. Oh, I'm blocking the words on there. So we went from 1, which is the start of something. We went to 2, which is working together or recognizing that duality does not mean separate. It just means working together. Number 3, the number 3 is creativity or creating, right? So we have 2 people working together, and when 2 people work together, they make something, a third force, a third element, right? Hey, it's Anastasia Enchanted. Thanks for stopping by again. How are you? You got in early. If you want a reading, you came at the right time. We got bonked out the other day. Got a little backed up. How are you doing this evening? I'm just hanging out. Made some new graphics today. Worked a little bit. Yesterday was my daughter's birthday, which was awesome. She just turned 17 and I'm freaking out. Anyway, you got 2 people on. If anyone wants a reading, just hit me up. And good, excellent. And it's Tuesday night, and it's Cinco de Mayo. What are you doing? I'm drinking Mexican coffee, which is not true. It's just coffee, but I'm just gonna call it Mexican coffee, and let's go with that. I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little tired, but I've been kind of in this routine. You know how cycles in life are, right? So we're going through, you know, strange pandemic reality. And I kind of went through a minimalist phase about 4 or 5 years ago. So I kind of already went through this whole, like, letting go of the outer world and kind of surrendering to hanging out with myself a lot. So, I mean, this is all par for the course for me, but, you know, just a lot of things are changing and just working with it and just kind of make sure the kids are happy, right? Take care of yourself. Went outside and stretched a little bit today. That was nice. And, yeah, anyway, I'm just reading about the minor arcana. If you have a question, hit me up. You can hit me with a love question. You can hit me with a work question. You could hit me with a where's my soul work? Where's my soul growth? We can just have some fun. So just hit me up. I was just going over the different numbers in Tarot. We went over 1, 2, and 3. 3 being creativity, groups, and growth, right? You have 2 people working together. They're going to grow something new. Number 4 symbolizes structure, right? Oh, wonderful. Oh, absolutely. Oh, that's really... Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I think people probably don't realize how few donations people get doing stuff like this, so I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's great. I'd love to give you a reading. Let's check it out. All right, let's I'm gonna turn this music down just a little bit, and let's check out what's going on. What's going on with Anastasia? What the hell's going on? So give me a little background. Where are we at? What's going down with the love zone? Been struggling with anyone or any kind of energy with someone, or just rolling solo? What are you looking for? What's been going on, Anastasia? It's news. Tell me all about it. I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember. Did you say you were a Gemini? I had a lot of Geminis the other day, and I can't recall everybody's sign all the time. But if you give me your astro information, I can kind of tie it in a little bit to the stars and see what's going on. Or if you have somebody that you're kind of curious about. Nothing's going on right now. Yeah, I know the feeling. Look at me. I'm sitting there waiting for someone to want a tarot reading. Oh, man. I guess life is full of natural cycles, right? Natural cycles. Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right, right? Sometimes we can... Sagittarius. Okay, got it. Well, you must be a lot of fun to be around. Fun-loving. Libra rising, Aquarius moon. I know a lot of Libra rising people. They're very fair, balanced people. Very reliable. Aquarius moon is going to make you very electric in the mind, so to say. Very aware, very tuned into the different radio stations of the universe. Aquarius moon. Yeah, so you're going to have Saturn going retrograde through your moon. So this should be really interesting for you. And that's, I think, in about a week. And that'll be retrograde, I think, until the end of September, I believe it is. 5 planets. Yay. Well, you must be the life of the party. I have a friend who's a Sagittarius, and every time we spend time together, it's just the jolliest time. I mean, I just can't get enough of those good vibes. It's always a joy to see him. Now, we don't see each other a lot, but when we do, it's always special. We have some of the oddest connections. We drove through a rainbow together. We literally drove through a rainbow. As we were driving in the car, we could see a rainbow of light on our skin. It was the most unbelievable experience. Saturn in the 4th house. Oh my gosh. Okay, so a lot of responsibilities with home and family, huh? And that counters your 10th house of work and career. Depressed. Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, the lesson with Saturn is the monotony of Saturn. I'm a Virgo with a Pisces full moon, so that's where I get my somewhat of my intuitive nature from, and the Virgo counterbalances it pretty nicely. And then I have a Cancer ascendant, so I tend to be somebody who's somewhat gentle and loving. I've kind of got a soft spot for people, you could say. Oh, you have Saturn transit in your 4th house. Gotcha. It's transiting your 4th house. Okay. It's transiting your 4th house. Yeah. Well, yeah, so there's got to be a lot of stuff going on with family and home and all that kind of stuff going on. Yeah, so I was going to say that the lesson with Saturn is to learn how to find your groove within the monotony of all of it, if that makes any sense. So it's kind of like it's just like Saturn's symbolic of like the repetitive job. You know, you got to open it up, stuff the envelope, lick it, seal it. Open it up, stuff the envelope, lick it, seal it. Open up, stuff. So you know you're not going to find fulfillment in that particular aspect of the monotony, but within that, you know, we can kind of like get creative, right? We can say, oh, like, as I do this, you know, I can sing a song along as I do the monotonous work, right? Or, you know, I can make my work environment very harmonious. I can get like have a little foot soak while I'm doing it. I can put some music on in the background. I can burn some incense, right? I can do whatever it takes to create that harmony within the monotony, you know, and the frustration, right? My moon is in there too, so it's been hard lately. Yeah. Well, the good news is this. The good news and the bad news about life is it's all temporary, right? So, you know, we don't have to worry about things lasting too long. I mean, do you mind if I ask? I mean, are you just home alone? Are you just kind of lonely? Is that what's going on? You're just there and it's a lot of responsibilities kind of dealing with. I mean, like, I'm imagining with everything that's going on, there's a lot coming up for you. So here's your cards. I'm tuning into your vibe here. Let's move some of this. Let's go to, I think it's this one. Let's go to this one, and then there's more space for us there. This too shall pass. So, yeah, 4th house stuff. I've got a lot of 4th house stuff. I totally, my son's in the 4th house. It's always nonstop, you know, dealing with family and, you know, oh gosh. I moved to another country, to Korea, to teach English, right? Oh, wow. Okay, so you're Canadian and you're in Korea teaching English right now, going through all these changes by yourself possibly, or near yourself. Well, that's intense. Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you one thing, you know, I'm here in America and, you know, being home, so to say, you know, with all these changes is tough enough as it is. I couldn't even imagine being in another country. My dad's stuck in Thailand. He's stuck in the remote hillsides of Thailand. He's been there for a few months. You know, he doesn't even get back for another month. So we just, you know, we chit chat, and I think he's going through the same kind of thing. Well, there you go. So a lot of responsibilities and wow. Well, I mean, to have Saturn going through your house of home, right, while we're going through all this stuff is probably pretty intense. I mean, I could imagine. So just take it easy on yourself. Now let's see. So it's in your 4th. Do you know how? So it just went into your 4th house, so it's going to be there for a while. Oh, I see. Okay, so then it's going to go backwards. Yeah, so your moon's there because that's your moon sign. Oh, man. Yeah, you must be missing people, all sorts of stuff. Well, let's see. Now, I do readings for spiritual growth. So, like, they're not always, like, what everyone wants to hear, per se. Or it's like, I don't sugarcoat stuff. So, I hope you're cool with that. I just see the cards. I read it exactly the way I see it. Wow. All right, Anastasia. Let's do this. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. Let's tune in a little bit. We're going to do a Celtic cross reading for you. So you can pick your door 1, 2, or 3, and let's see what's going on and see what Spirit has to say for us today. What's it gonna be? I think I've got like a maybe 20-second delay, so it's kind of a lag between when I talk and when you're able to respond. Yeah, so you're going to also have, I mean, the 4th house, it's family, it's home, but it's also self-care, and the common denominator is foundations, right? It's like, it's the core of who you are and what you are. And with your moon there, it's also the house that has to do with mother and children and femininity. So with your moon there, that's going to be extra emotional for you. So not only are you feeling emotional and getting in touch with your deeply and with your feminine side, but a lot of responsibilities being put on you also at the same time. Or a sense of duty or a sense of responsibility. Okay, number 1. Let's have fun with number 1 and see what's going on. All right, let's get your cards out first. Yep. Yeah, you're not having your homecoming yet. You're kind of waiting for the ship to come in. Now this is wonderful to have the Queen of Cups right on top of the nature of the reading. What's influencing this is is really interesting. I was just saying how you're going to be really getting in touch with your femininity at this point. The Queen of Cups is really the quintessential card for femininity, right? I mean, here she is. She's the master. She's the queen. She's the master of her emotions, the cups. She's got one foot in the water. She's fully and in tune with her intuitive faculties, and is in flow with her inner femininity without any problem. She's at total ease. So the reason why, or at least initially at the very beginning of this reading here, is the reason why you're kind of not having this kind of homecoming yet, or this reason to celebrate, or the ship hasn't come in, so to say, is that you're dialing in your femininity to a whole other level. And I think that's kind of Saturn coming in is kind of putting you to task. Now let's look in the spiritual realms with a message from the angels is up here. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. We have the Tower in reverse. Now what the hell happened? Is there something more to the story? The Tower is, that's a permanent, life-transforming situation. So this is in your recent past. Something changed permanently. And sometimes with the Tower, it can be quickly. So it can be kind of a swift change, right? So maybe when you left home, was there circumstances around you leaving home? I mean, what did you go through? You went through something. There was some kind of pivotal shift. I don't know if it was in regard to relationships or moving or what, but this is, indicative of deep and far-reaching changes. So you're coming onto something here. In your subconscious realms, this is what's truly motivating your behavior in this situation, whether you're aware of it or not. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Well, I don't know if it's in relationships or what, but you had some kind of major shift at some point. We have the upcoming future. Now, this is great. This is actually kind of funny. The Knight of Wands, you have this coming up in the near future. The Knight of Wands is, this very forward male figure, male energy. How was your last relationship? Did you have any kind of trauma there? Was there any kind of trauma that you're coming out of? I'm getting a sign here that something changed significantly. So the Knight of Wands coming up here is you have this really, you know, this forthright fellow. He's really excited to see you. And he's got his wand, you know, and he's really proud of himself, and he's proud of what he's created, and he's proud of his life force and his vitality, and that he's got something to offer, right? If people don't have vitality and life force, you can kind of feel like they're a lump on a log, so to say, right? So he's rolling in, and he's like, "What's up, girl?" And then we have your attitude in the situation, and it is the card of death. It does not mean literal death; it's symbolic of transformation. Letting the past go. In your immediate environment, you have the Six of Swords in reverse. So we'll look that up here in a second. In your greatest hopes and greatest fears is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So it looks like just some slowing down in general. And, you know, this is very Saturnian. Let's look at your outcome card here. King of Cups in reverse. So that can, you know, that can be you know, that can indicate a man who's not emotionally in tune with his it can be indicative of a man who's blocked emotionally, who's not able to open up emotionally. But let's clarify these cards here and go through each one here. You got the Magician. You got choices coming. The King of Wands. Okay. Oh, wow, you've never been in a relationship before, I see. So this is all kind of new for you, I see. I see. Well, and then you did mention before that, you know, that you were kind of cutting things off with this other guy because it didn't feel right also. So where are you at with kind of understanding what you want in a relationship? And are you seeking a relationship? And what's your level of emotional availability? Are you clear with your intentions about what you want right now? Because you know, at the basis of relationship is gender, and people think of that as in genitalia, right? But it's really that's how we understand in human terms, but it's really generation. It's creation. Masculine and feminine energy creates. We all have masculine and feminine energy within ourselves. And yeah, you are. Well, it's an interesting time because a lot of people don't understand. Oh, good. Very good. Yeah, because a lot of people don't understand kind of how it all works and how to kind of work together and be sensitive to each other through these processes. Obviously, you're looking for somebody with emotional honesty, somebody who speaks from their feelings and not from evaluations, right? Oh, good. It's wonderful. Never dated him. Never had a real dating relationship, huh? Well, it's kind of exciting, right? All right, so let's dig a little deeper in these cards and let's see what we can tune into here, okay? So I'm going to try to tune in a little bit more to the energy that's going on around you and themes here. And this is always in regards to spiritual growth, okay? So the Six of Wands in reverse. The Six of Wands in reverse is, it's either that something changed or there was some sort of confidence that became compromised on some level. So it's, I don't know if it's, I'm trying to see if it's a direct, let's see it looks like you're learning to overcome conflict by tuning into your feminine state a little bit. Now, are you kind of I'm getting the feeling that you're kind of a go-getter, like that are you the kind of person who kind of plans things and is really organized with stuff?
wish there wasn't such a long delay so we could kind of do a little Q&A here a little bit easier. But I'm just going to tell you what I see in the cards here. You're learning how to balance your masculine and feminine energies a little bit, is what I'm seeing here. So, for instance, you know, you might be somewhat self-assured. You might be somebody who kind of plans and organizes things well, and you might kind of even know what you want. But sometimes we have to kind of surrender our control a little bit to the universe and to allowing ourselves to be receptive, so we're not blocking the opportunity to be in a dynamic. So you see this, I mean, I've seen this with a few people in my life. My mother is one example. Is she's a beautiful woman, beautiful feminine woman, but she has had to work so hard to take care of herself and so hard to kind of deal with the day-to-day aspects of life that she's kind of had to toughen up a bit, you know, and then we have to kind of, and then we're not flowing and allowing that feminine energy to really kind of be as receptive as it can be. So I just feel like right now what's going on with, you know, in your 4th house and with Saturn is it's just this opportunity to really get in touch with your emotions and your feelings. I see a lot of bath time. I see a lot of self-nurturing and self-care. The 4th house is about self-care. So, you know, really getting comfortable with yourself. And then when you attract a partnership, you'll be so in touch with your sensitivities and your intuition that you're able to really connect with someone else on a meaningful level. The Ace of Swords in reverse, this is your message from the spirits, from the angels. Ace of Swords in reverse. Swords are the mind, and it looks like there's a little. What I'm getting here is that there's an opportunity to kind of clarify a little bit what exactly. You said, you know, that you're clear about what you're looking for, but maybe taking the time to actually, not just in your own mind, but actually go out and kind of feel things out and kind of see what the options are. That they're just saying seek more clarity here. In the upright position, you'd be really clear. In reverse position, they're just saying there's a little more clarity. Oh, wonderful. So what would be a sign of the right person? What would give you that indication? What is it that's like? What is it that's missing? Is it like specific lifestyle stuff? You know, I just keep seeing there's. I'd be really honest with you here. I mean, I've got 2 cards that have to do with increased clarity. Both this card and this card have to do with increasing your clarity about the situation. So there may be something that is either not being seen clearly, or that you just need to expose yourself to more options or more possibilities. But you know, I mean, I could look at this the other way too, is that, you know, if you say that you're super feminine, is that you could also be very much in a woman's perspective, and that there's maybe some opportunity in kind of putting yourself in men's shoes, so to say, and looking at it from their perspective, looking at what they're getting out of the relationship from their point of view, right? So that could also be, if you flip the script a little bit, it could also be that. Now the tower in your recent past is, you know, it's a card of significant changes. And once the tower strikes, it's over. So this is some sort of upheaval or sudden change or some big revelation, you know, some big breakthrough observation on your part. So I don't know what this is, but there's something that was significant. What's motivating the situation, what you really want out of this, whether you're conscious of it or not, is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles, any knight is kind of coming forward with an offering. So it looks like you're ready to make the offer. It seems like you're deep inside, you really do want to move forward. Let's just finish through these cards here and kind of start pulling them together and see what the narrative here. Now this is what I thought was interesting here, is you got the Knight of Wands showing up here, right? Now, I don't mean to be too graphic or anything like that, but, you know, I mean, he's very excited to see you, if you know what I mean. And so this is somebody who's very sexually charged, and this is somebody who is kind of ready to move forward. So this is right in your immediate future here, so which I find really interesting. So you might have somebody who's very fiery come along real quickly and kind of seek to engage. Let's pull a number on that card. So that's 2. Okay, that's the number 2. So I would say that this is, this is 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. It could be 2 years, but you got the number 2 with this fellow. So you're not going to miss this guy. This guy's going to come up. He's going to be very self-assured, very fiery, and kind of know what he wants. So keep your eyes open for that. Your attitude in the situation is the Death card. Now, the Death card obviously means death in some situations, but typically what it really means is that there's just some sort of ending or new beginning. There's some sort of change or transition happening. So it seems like you're ready to move forward, that you're, absolutely ready to let the past go and move forward into some totally new direction, which is really exciting. And this guy might be it. I mean, he's really, like I said, he's really excited to see you. So, I mean, because it's the Knight of Wands, to me, it seems like it's somebody new, because this is somebody this is like brand new energy. They're oh, who are you? They're super excited. He's got a lot of vitality in his hand. He's fiery. I don't get the indication whatsoever that this is anything from the past. So I think that whatever you're doing here, this work that you're doing while you're patient and you're kind of doing your Saturnian work, is you have this fellow who's going to kind of be attracted to that kind of work that you're doing. And I mean, this to have this card in your attitude, I mean, this is saying that you're over it. I mean, whatever you've done up until this point, you're ready to move forward into some whole new direction. Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe you're like running off to some other country together or something wacky. I have no idea, but you're over it. You've been through the challenges, so to say, and you're ready to move forward. Let's see here. So in your environment, this will kind of tune in a little bit to what's going on in your media environment. Always very helpful to know how to respond to the situation properly. Is the 6 of Swords in reverse. The 6 of Swords in reverse is, it's slowing down. I mean, this can be carrying a little bit of baggage from the past, but this isn't you in particular. This is your environment, right? So the things are just slowing down. I mean, that's really the feeling I get for you. You're not able to kind of move past it yet at this point. But again, I mean, I see that here. There's whatever it is for you, you're seeking some clarity. There's something's a little confused. There's something you're not clear about in regards to relationship. And I think it's really important this time, whatever this time is you're going through, just keep following your intuition and you'll see it. Maybe the way that you think things are, maybe you just need to get out there and kind of like, like it's the analogy of like, you can sit at home and like think about it, right? Or you can get out and you can just do it, right? And then you just start seeing what's happening. And, it's like, you only know when you do it, like maybe you just need to get out there and kind of just get your head a little more wet and, just jump in. I mean, like, maybe do some like speed dating kind of thing or something. You know what I mean? That kind of thing of just getting yourself around more different kinds of people, see what the common themes are, see what are not the common themes, you know, and kind of what's unique out there, you know. Let's see. Greatest hopes and greatest fears. Will and fortune reverse. You're worried that this new opportunity is not going to come. Don't worry about it. You sound like you're young. You sound like I mean, you used to have plenty of life experiences ahead of you. Don't worry about that stuff. Greatest hopes and greatest fears is always the most irrelevant card in the chart. In the reading, but it does identify kind of your fears and concerns, and no need to worry about it. Now, your outcome is the King of Cups in reverse. And, you know, like I said, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is somebody who's emotionally unavailable. So you're going to want to be really aware. I mean, here you are. Look at this, right? So here you are. Here you are, super in touch with your feelings, super in touch with the water, right? And then the counterpart for the Queen of Cups is the King of Cups upright, right? He's also very in touch with his feelings, his emotions, right? Very, very in tune. He knows himself. His confidence is so high because he's so in touch with his intuition. There's nothing to doubt. He already knows what's happening, right? He always knows what's happening. And same with her. She's so in touch with her femininity. She always knows what's up. So you're doing this work to get clear on stuff, to build your confidence. But this fellow is in the upside down position. And in that position there, that can be somebody who lacks a little confidence or squabbles about stuff because he's not trusting his own intuition. So just be mindful. You know, this guy might come in wanting sexy time, but not be emotionally available. And I'm just being real with you, just calling it how I see it. And then, you know, when I pulled some clarifiers here, I got the King of Wands in reverse, which is very similar to this Knight of Wands. So it's kind of like, you know, he's all excited here, and now the wand's upside down, so to say, you know, like he's not feeling it. So I'd be mindful about that. Now what we can do is let's see where this is going from here. And I'm going to do a 3-card spread for you. So we can see. Yeah, I mean, it looks like you're just really getting to know yourself on deeper levels, and all these challenges of living abroad and all these experiences are really pushing you. But after so I pull this here, this is really getting to appreciate kind of your own mental attitudes in the situation. But then I get this right afterwards, which is the Page of Swords. So I would say that, you know, this right here is the most promising I've seen in regards to a direct connection with another, like a love partner. The Page of Swords, he's not the king, he's not a knight, he's a page. So he might be younger. And basically what I'm saying is this, is if somebody comes along that's like looking, like targeting you sexually very quickly, this is probably this guy here, this guy who's not emotionally available. And if you just wait a little bit and you avoid that kind of energy, and you look at somebody who's more intellectual, look at someone who likes to read, who likes to really talk and share ideas. This could be somebody who's like a Gemini. This could be somebody who has some sort of like mental, he's very intellectual, you know, but he might be younger or he might be new to it, right? He's still working his ideas out. He's still working out how to communicate, right? So I would say that this is a much more promising type of energy for you. So you know, my best advice for you right now is to take the time to appreciate the time that you have to yourself. Use that for self-soothing and self-pampering and taking that to another level, even if you're already there. And then avoiding any men who come towards you with very sexually charged, just simply that because, you know, he's all excited, he's got his wand up, but then his wand's not up. You know what I mean? He's just not, and he's not available emotionally. So I'll just let that speak for itself. But do keep an eye out for this Page of Swords energy. But, you know, this is what I got before that, which is you kind of looking out in the world and kind of reflecting on your next directions and things like that. So, this might indicate, this love opportunity, which is far more promising, might not come until you make another major step in your life, or move again, or look. He might be waiting for you around the next bend, so to say, in a more of a significant life choice type of way. So, how is that for you? Anything? Do you have any questions? Do you want any more clarity on anything? A lot going on here. I think you're like just really like, you know what you want. You're real clear. You have an idea of how things should be, and sometimes life isn't always that way. Sometimes it comes in unexpected ways, and it doesn't always have to be perfect. We just want to make sure that people are aligned with our values, right? It's a lot of cards all over the place. So anyway, like I said, really focus on this mental, somebody who's more intellectual, likes to communicate. Now, Anastasia, anyway, so I don't know if you, oh, there you are, okay. Okay, excellent, very good. Okay, well, hopefully that's helpful. I appreciate that. Looks like I get the feeling there's just a lot going on with you. Like there's a lot, and I can't emphasize enough to get out and meet people, right? And like it's going to expand your worldview, so to say, on relationships. Your worldview is expanded in regards to traveling and all that stuff. But get to know different kinds of people and really see before you get into something. I mean, if you've never really been in a serious relationship, you need to know the variety of different types of connections you can make. And I will say this, you're Sagittarius. I'll give you your top 3 matches astrologically, just on a very general level. And I'll give you a few that you can avoid too. So as a Sagittarius, you're highly compatible with an Aries. You're harmonious, you've got great sexual chemistry, but there's a little bit of a low commitment between the two of you guys. Let's see, what's another high one here? Another high one is Leo, and now I would recommend a Leo over an Aries, because a Leo, you guys are harmonious and have great sexual chemistry, but you don't have the low commitment issues that you would have with an Aries per se. You kind of okay with a Gemini, nothing to call home about. Libra's pretty good. You got a 73% compatibility with a Libra. You have harmonious, but you have the low commitment issue there too. And then another high one is Aquarius for you. 90% connection, but it's around mutual understanding, not necessarily sexual chemistry. So if you're looking for that fire, that might kind of burn out a little bit. So anyway, I mean, gosh, man, if I were you, I'd be hitting up a Leo. Some cat time, right? Meow, meow, meow. Cat time. Yeah, look out for a Leo, man, or somebody with a Venus in Leo. You guys get on with Libra, Gemini, Capricorn, and Aquarius. Huh, interesting. Well, I mean, you have, air is an interesting dynamic with fire. You feed fire, but you're so much more above it all, so to say. Libra, Gemini, Capricorns. Yeah, I mean, I mean, you need that fire, though. I mean, you need, and I don't mean a fire sign. I'm just saying you need the sexual chemistry to make a romantic relationship really last. And here's something else you might consider is you might consider, God, don't shut your mind off to a Pisces either. That's always another. I know it sounds kind of wacky, but. Gemini, I mean, you're about 60% compatibility with a Gemini. Capricorns, you know, like it's pretty low. I don't know. Aries and Leo, man. If you want the fire. But Aquarius, yeah, you could do Aquarius. Oh, you have your Venus in Capricorn. Oh, okay, I see. Well, you know, you're gonna have to find somebody who has a Venus that complements that, because a Venus in Capricorn's like, dude, that's like, it's all business, dude. You don't want all business. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta like let it loose, girl. You know what I mean? You gotta like, you know, can't take this stuff too serious. You know, you gotta like. I mean, if I were you, I would be like, oh man, I don't know. I'd do something kind of like, I'd shake it up a little bit. You know, do something a little uncomfortable. You know, get out, dance, get crazy. Yeah, Jupiter's fun, man. I got a great friend who's got Jupiter in her 7th house of relationships, and man, her friend, she's like the funnest friend ever, all the time. I've got my Jupiter in the 10th house, which is very fortunate. I don't really have to do much in regards to work. I just hang out and then stuff comes to me, which is fortunate. Where's your Jupiter at? Yeah, I you know, I just really think you need to get out and experience. I don't know what you can do if there's like some kind of like COVID online speed dating or something, but you know. Well, yeah, you're the Sagittarius fun zone. Yeah, so you got the Sag with it. Yeah, well, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good balance, right? You got the Sag and you got the Capricorn, then you got the spacey Aquarius stuff going on. So you're well-rounded, huh? Jupiter's in the 3rd house. The way you communicate. Oh, you can communicate in big ways. Oh, along with that Sagittarius energy. Oh my gosh, you must be like... Are people hitting the deck when you're like ready to have a good time or what? When you're ready to talk and share a story you're excited about? Is it like... Are you like... Do you tell the best stories ever? Big, exciting stories? Oh man. So your son's in the 3rd house then also, huh? The communicator. Shooting communicative messages in the heavens. Well, when's your book coming out? Oh. Well, I know that energy because I have that in my 10th house, right, of career. And, you know, I do brand development and kind of identity as a career. I develop brands and I write copy and make logos and packaging and stuff like that. And so I have to come up with the story, right, of what this is all about. And I know that feeling. I get so excited and hyped up. I get these big visions. They're usually expensive, right? People don't understand them until I'm actually done with them, and then they can see it, you know. So you have a lot of resources to tap there, and Jupiter's just all about refining how you work with that energy. You know, that it's not clobbering people, and that you're able to apply it in ways that is useful and helpful to other people, you know. 3 books a week. I'm telling you, do you talk a lot? Where's your Mercury at? I'm curious how your Mercury aspects your Jupiter and your Sun. Oh, okay, so your Jupiter is right there where your sun is. Oh my gosh. Oh my, you must be like the sun. Big energy. Big. Yeah, okay, and you're a communicator and you think you got it all figured out. Dude, that's what's going on, girl. You need to you need to let the man talk. And especially look at this dude right here, dude. This guy is like, he's going to feel intimidated by you with that kind of energy. And this guy's like learning how to express himself, dude. Like, you're going to have to, you know, like get it off the gas pedal and let this guy try to compete on your level, dude. My God, he's going to feel like he got hit by a lawnmower. What? You have your Mercury with your Sun and Jupiter and a stellium in the 3rd house? Oh my God. I don't even know what to say about that. I don't even know what to say about that. Are you okay? Are you... Are you... How does that work on your mind? I mean, I could see that the way you want to communicate, but yeah, you're sitting... Oh my gosh. Well, shit, girl. I mean, you get all that mental chit-chat going on. That's a lot, dude. Well, I mean, you got the Capricorn and the Aquarius. I mean, those are extremely redeeming qualities and balancing qualities, you know. You have Mars in the 3rd house also? Are you spitting fire on people? And Pluto in Sagittarius. Okay, so you've got a full-on stellium. Wow. Well, I don't know what to say. I mean, are people intimidated? Do you scare people away? Come on. Are you scaring the boys away? Are you like, I've got it all figured out? Who are these weak dudes? Because everyone has something unique to offer, right? So, I mean, you might be the master, dude. I mean, obviously, you are the communication master. I mean, who the hell is going to be able to compete with you? Right? But it's lonely at the top, right? Right? So, you know, what we do is we learn how to, you know, use our strengths and dynamics in a way that help each other. You know, when people don't have the capacity that we do, we inspire them, right? And we also seek out their own personal strengths, and we celebrate those too, right? Pluto, oh my God, what the hell's going on in your chart, dude? Pluto, I mean, what, you just throw the kitchen sink in there? Is that where your cat lives too? What's going on? Oh, it looks super innocent. I'm not buying it for a second. You're probably like chewing people's heads off. My God. Anyway, have you had your chart done? Yeah, I know you do. Of course you do. Your sun's right there. You're totally conscious of it. You're just like, ah, 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 ah. That's what I'm saying. You're probably freaking people out, dude. So you gotta like roll up and you gotta let that man be a man, right? Even if you just gotta fake it, right? Well, I hope you're. Well, I mean, what are you teaching English? So you're teaching, you're communicating about communicating. Well, it seems like an applicable career, right? Of course you have. Why would I even ask? If you have all the communications. I bet you have files of the communications. I bet you have communications of the communications, right? All right. Well, anyone want a reading? Chime in anytime. I just did one for Anastasia. She is the master of communication. She is big and boisterous in the way that she communicates and expresses herself. She is the master. She's got every planet, and then we borrowed a few from another solar system to put in the 3rd house in there also, because they just couldn't get enough planets in there. Yeah, Vedic chart. I'm looking forward to the Vedic chart stuff. Yeah. Well, good for you. I mean, if I saw your chart and I was hiring, I'd be like, hire her. She's the communicator. She is the master. All right. So I don't know. I think you intimidate guys. That's what I think it is. Intimidated. It's true. I can see it, dude. I know this stuff. I got a Pisces full moon, man. There's like almost nothing I can't feel, man. I feel everything. It took me so long to realize what I was working with. I had no idea. I had a Pisces moon. I didn't know I was born on a full moon. It's so crazy, dude. Like, so I've got like your level of communication, but in the spiritual realms, you know, it's just like, blah, just big, big, big. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, all I can say, man, is that, you know, my spiritual teacher, my godfather's a trance channel, and he's just so next level. And, you know, he told me one time about empaths. He says, it's like you walk around with a sign on your back that says, hey, I'm an empath, kick me, right? And he said, but if you hang up a sign and you charge money for it, then you get the exact opposite response, right? So that's basically what I'm doing is I tend to be the kind of person that kind of sees something ahead of time. I can feel it. And so I can get away with it because people ask for it, right? So, like I said, in your case, man, dude, like, get out there, man. Like, admit you know nothing. Start there, right? In regards to relationship, and just go check it out, man. Have fun. You know, use it as an opportunity to really explore the world and have a great time. I mean, shit. I mean, who wouldn't want to like just get to know people? What a fun, awesome thing, right? But you know, afford them the same opportunity that you have. You know, I mean, you know, like, you know, you might have this wonderful gift of being somebody who really brings out people's ability to communicate, right? So like the fellow with the Page of Swords, right? That's somebody who's just learning what you already know is what you master, right? So, you know, I just feel like you have this major gift. Don't let it get in the way of you connecting with other people. And also, you know, like really like use it as a tool to help other people shine, right? I mean, you're already so bright, you know. It makes people look dim, right? Super caring and kind. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. I got to a point where I basically, you know, I did the corporate stuff and all that, and I just felt like a total douche, basically. You know what I mean? I'm like, what am I doing? You know? So basically, what I did is I just said, "Fuck it," and you know, the more the mainstream work that I do, I try to keep it somewhat spiritualized, right? I don't work with companies that do shitty stuff. And then I'm doing this because, you know, it's who I really am. It's what I really enjoy doing. I love helping. I love connecting. And when people are on a spiritual path and they're just not clear, you know, sometimes something can be foggy, and sometimes these divination tools can provide some insight that helps just kind of lubricate the situation, get someone on their way and their growth. Then that makes me feel so happy that I was able to contribute something. So thank you so much for stopping by, Anastasia. I appreciate it. I wish you the best of luck over there. Now over there, I'm assuming it's in the morning. It's late here, in California. My dad's in Thailand. I just talked to him, but I think it's like morning time. Anyway, anybody else want a reading? Just let us know. I just did a great one for Anastasia. She's my new friend, hopefully. I'd love it if you wanted to follow or subscribe. It's awesome. I really appreciate the donation. It's very kind of you. Very helpful. Yeah, if anybody else wants a a reading, just pop out a question. I'm happy to answer it. We had I guess it was Sunday night. Yeah, last time I went live was Sunday night. It was busy. Busy. Oops, I'm blocking the message there. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can get a wider view in the future here. It would be nice to see all the cards at once. But then I don't know how small these are. People are looking at their phones or what. Blah blah blah. Nope. Oh, 4 p.m.